As Uganda, like the rest of the world, battles the coronavirus pandemic, the economy has been the biggest casualty, as figures already indicate. However, since the discovery of the COVID vaccine, there is hope for better times to come and the picking up of economic activity. And this hope is anchored on getting more people vaccinated. For Uganda, however, there is still more ground to be covered here. To economists, the more people get vaccinated, the quicker the economy can be opened up and the more the economic activity.
Globally, the global average for vaccine rollout is at 28.5 doses per 100 people. That's 28.5%. But for sub-Saharan Africa, it's at about 1.5 doses per 100. Uganda at 1.1, an estimated 1.1 doses given, is at an average of 1.3%, which is still below the threshold. Why are these numbers important? It's important because when people get severe infections and death is when the lockdowns and the restrictions are heightened and increased.
One of the areas economists look at is the over $1 billion tourism industry, which has been literally halted by the pandemic.
True, tourists are allowed, but if Uganda is, let's say, on a red list for a coronavirus, it means we will have fewer tourists coming in. And tourism is very important as a dollar earning activity for the country. It feeds into many other things: transportation, accommodation, and and foodstuffs and things like that. All that consumption, for example, is affected by tourism. So if there's a halt on tourism, that's what happens.
At individual business level, experts are calling for a paradigm shift among employers, which involves remote working and focus on productivity as opposed to employee physical presence and activity. At the policy level, experts are also rooting for more supportive policies that are responsive to the current economic realities. These request positions come at a time when Uganda this financial year imposed a 12% duty on internet, while connectivity in several parts of the country remains a challenge.
As a country, we need to learn from what the rest of the world is doing. When COVID-19 happened, our businesses were in shambles. Organizations were struggling on how to cope with working from home. The rest of the world is already there. I've had the opportunity to work in both the local and the international market, and I will tell you, whereas other places allow for flexible working, there is opportunity to do job sharing, there is opportunity to do part-time work. We are still struggling with wanting our people to be on the desk. Because for us to allow a hybrid way of working, we need to have structures that are actually will enable us to do work that is sustainable in that sense. Is our internet connectivity, for example, reliable? Is it affordable to people? Do our organizations have the right tools to give their employees to do their work from home? Maybe, maybe not, and maybe yes. But we need to think about it and bring it to the table of our policymakers so we can create a better future for our country.
There is, however, hope that the new challenges presented by the COVID pandemic will have both service providers and the policymakers reconsider their positions as they take stock of the new realities now ushered in by the pandemic.